teachers are some of our hardest workers in society. And for teachers to not feel like this is another thing to do or another something to have to learn and navigate, that's a win for me, because we want to keep their loads as light as possible. And ClearTouch does that. It's a win from my perspective because it helps their instruction become more multimodal and interactive. And of course, that's a win for the students. So I'm just happy teachers are really warming up to it and using it every day.
The students have responded really well to having the ClearTouch panels in the classrooms. It certainly minimizes off-task activities. Of course, our students are motivated here again by technology, and here you have a huge computer, which is what the ClearTouch panel is, in the classroom, and they love to touch. You have the panel where they can walk up and they can touch, and it keeps them active and engaged in the teaching and learning. So
it's the ease of use. Previously, when we had older style projectors, we had to hook up wirelessly via HDMI or VGA cable. ClearTouch panels have completely eliminated that for us if we so choose. You can wirelessly stream, or we have the ability to connect and use the ClearTouch panel itself interactively, just as if we were using our own computer, our laptop.
It made technology fun again. And it made everyone feel like they were comfortable, and I'm referring to the teachers and the students. It's not one of those things like, oh, here's this big board in the way. They know that they're going to use it. They know that there's going to be something presented to them. And I like the fact that our division made it inclusive for everyone. It wasn't just specifically chosen teachers, but every teacher's had an opportunity to have this tool. And so therefore the students understand the expectation, because they're like, it's not, oh, when I get to science class, we're gonna use it. The electives were included, the core teachers were included. And so to me, it made an even learning field for all our students, because they're seeing that we're already at this particular level. And in my opinion, we have nowhere to go but up, because it's something that is just constantly becoming more comfortable for our students, no matter what their learning ability or their handicap or whatever their situation is. It doesn't matter where you are on any spectrum. It's comfortable for all of our students.
They love it. My students love the panel. Anytime they see me go to the ClearTouch, they're like, oh, what are we going to do today, Ms. Mallory? The difference without the ClearTouch, students weren't really engaged. Always paper, pencil, or textbook, or something of that nature. But with the ClearTouch, it makes them more engaged, because this is more of a technology-based generation. So they're all about technology, and so anytime going to the ClearTouch, it's like they get to play with something new, something different. It's a different surface for them to touch. So just that alone makes them more engaged after getting the ClearTouch in the classroom. And I've noticed that as a teacher. So I try to use it as much as possible because they are so engaged.
When it comes to ClearTouch, I've enjoyed using all facets that I've used so far. The interactive abilities, the pins, to be able to mark and highlight, especially for our sports teams and our activities. You can go to the board. If I'm the football coach, I can go to the board and say, boom, this is your assignment. You're supposed to go here. That all helps us with engaging the students. Student engagement is so important to me. The students look forward to breaking down game film now. It's much better for us, instead of just viewing and coach explaining, when a coach can go to the board and actually make the moves and demonstrate where they're supposed to go, it helps so much.
So the ClearTouch panel has been a major improvement. Again, it has allowed us to be more innovative. It has allowed us to have more mobility around our schools, versus, again, we're coming from a time where we strongly used projectors to where they were mounted on the wall, or we had these heavy projectors that were on wheels. Again, clarity wasn't good. So it has definitely given us the opportunities to have more meetings and collaborative sessions anywhere inside of our buildings, to where we don't really have those restraints and we have to stay in one area.
I have a student that's colorblind, and I didn't know he couldn't see shades of pink. and certain blues, and so I was able to change some of my presentation and what I was writing when I was color coding things for them to notate. He was telling me, I said, well, what colors can you see? And that was a conversation I would have never had with him without this particular tool.
The benefits that I've seen for using ClearTouch, again, and I keep saying, is ease of use. The benefit for our teachers, it takes one more step out of the process, and it helps us to be able to interact with the students and get them engaged in using technology. These students love technology, and that ease of use piece, I keep saying it has been such a benefit to us.